I mean, again, I am not going to object if this is how the story keeps going. I really won't. Because this is going to be fucking hysterical watching, like, a band of 14-year-olds just wreck the shit out of demon society because they're the only one that understands how gunpowder works.
You gotta love shooting gun back in. Love just a 10 out of don't you grab it.
This video is brought to you by T-Blocks. Enjoy the content now, but stay for the shilling later. Welcome to Lobster Magnet and Friends. I'm here with my buddy Zavel.
Yep.
And his spotty internet connection, spotty but free internet connection. And we are here to talk about the last few chapters of Promised Neverland. So Zavel, what do you think of the kid murder spree?
Man, I'm just really not afraid of the demons anymore. I'm just really not. Like it's like they're scary in that I guess they present a threat and there's a lot of them. But this kind of just seals the idea that if they ever manage to like bust out into the real world, they would just be so fucked, just so fucked. You have like a bunch of 14-year-olds with like jury-rigged weapons murdering the shit out of like people who do this for a living. I mean, maybe there's like a secret demon army corps with like power armor or something. And this is like the equivalent of I don't know, like a chimpanzee like murdering a bunch of like douchebag Montana poachers who like ship a bunch of them in and let them loose in like in the mountains or something. Yeah. I don't fucking know. Right now I'm just sitting here going, mask is their only weak point. Oh my god, anti-tank, you guys are so fucked.
Wait, what did you say about the mask? You kind of broke up a little bit.
Oh, you guys, we have anti-tank weapons. You're so fucked.
Oh, with the masks. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear what you
remember. We have weapons like the 50 caliber sniper rifle that is against the Geneva Convention that we don't use because it's not okay. Because you can kill someone from like several miles away without them even seeing you.
So I assume you enjoyed the really lazy demon who, like, you know, and then what do you think of the little scene where the little girl gets up on the tree and she just has the 2 machine guns and she just like mows down the little dumb serpents?
Oh my god, this is like as close as I think the series is gonna get to that. Oh sweet Jesus, they have superpowers now. Which I guess they don't have superpowers, but they do have one thing that the demons don't have. Which is modern firearms, which is pretty much a superpower if you don't have them.
Yeah, that was like a pretty big slaughter. But what do you think later when they like started upping the stakes with like, oh, they need the super steampunk gun to knock off the mask and shit, and you know
it's upping the stakes a little bit. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like if you manage to get away, you could theoretically just manufacture more of them. And God help you if you actually manage to like rip a hole into the like modern era world that we were supposed to live in.
Yeah, because it does feel like, you know, like the demons basically were irresponsible.
It's like, oh no, their body regenerates so fast. I mean, we'll just carpet bomb you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All the terrible shit that we've just decided it sure will just do. It's like, oh no, well, their bodies regenerate so fast. They're just pumping chlorine gas everywhere. Oh, this is just terrible. I'd feel so bad if it were other people.
Yeah, you definitely do get the sense that, like, whatchamacallit, the demons are kind of like, you know, they basically have like a chimpanzee preserve. And they let the chimps, like, mature into, like, adolescence. And now they're, like, you know, the little kids are all in their adolescence. And they're all stronger and faster. And they are just, like, you know, it reminds me of the story of like this guy who's like was on a chimp preserve, and there were these two adolescent chimps, and they dragged him through the wire, and they were just like beating on him, and it wasn't until like the ranger came and had to shoot the chimps that they got him back, and he took like 20 surgeries just to get back to normal health.
Incidentally, if anyone wants to pay us to write a chimp-based horror story, I would love the fuck out of that, because I mean everybody thinks they look so fucking adorable, and they're just terrifying little murder machines.
Yeah,
It's like bonobos are okay, but Jesus Christ, come on, just pay us to write like a fucking like rabid chimp murder story. It'd be like 28 days later, but better because chimps.
Yeah, chimpanzee horror is way underappreciated, and like, but only now we're seeing chimpanzee horror. Although, what do you think of the whole thing with like now that we see like there's a little bit more of a coherent biology with the demons?
I did not expect them to have like a bajillion eyes under that mask. That was kind of cool, but it was offset by the fact that every time we saw the fact that they had a bajillion eyes under that mask, they were one, about to die, and two, usually begging for their life. It's like ripping the veil off of a Lovecraftian monster, only to have it start sobbing on the floor because you're going to step on it too many times. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this. This is funny as fuck. But this is not the horror manga I was promised. This is now just like crossed over into revenge porn.
With the 1% demons, and then the little kids just being the feral chimps fighting back.
Yeah, this is basically just crossed the line over into like every like weird 13-year-old fantasy. Is like, man, if I ever get my hands on that monster under the bed, I'm just gonna beat into that and then shoot him in the face with a shotgun. I mean, again, I am not going to object if this is how the story keeps going. I really won't, because this is going to be fucking hysterical watching like a band of 14-year-olds just wreck the shit out of demon society because they're the only one that understands how gunpowder works.
The demons never really advanced, because if it like a bunch of like little kids with scrapped together guns can like completely decimate the demons, then it's hard to imagine like a full military with like steampunk laser guns and frickin' bazookas.
I mean, maybe the demons have like their own military that's up to par, because apparently they let the kids have the weapons. So maybe they have like a security force or like an army or some bullshit. Again, with our fucking slice of life anime from this world, where like Blorgle Flaps, the private, comes back from like their equivalent of the Vietnam War with like one of his hands blown off, only to find out the price of baby has like quadrupled since he's been in the army.
Yeah, I do sort of like that we're getting like a unified biology for the demons, in the sense that like now you're sort of like, now that we seen them without the mask was like, and they kind of like look similar to the fair ones, it's like, oh, that's how that works.
The one thing I do kind of hate is that fucking reaction shot from
which one? The most recent chapter or something else?
Lewis. The one with like the weird helix curved horns.
Oh, loose.
Yeah, just like that fucking reaction shot just reminded me of One Piece, and that's really not what you should be going for in the series.
But what about his but my dad owns a dealership.
Oh my god! Again, it's like they're basically just us at this point. It's embarrassing. I was like built up to expect so much more, and then we have like the One Piece reaction shot followed by, please don't kill me, my dad owns the fucking dealership, I'll give you whatever I want, whatever you want.
Just the idea was...
So like, again, I am kind of curious as to like exactly like how advanced demon society do they have cell phones? How much time wasted on like Candy Crush?
Did they spend?
So yeah, I'm curious as to exactly how much shit they would be in if that actually happened. Because all the weapons we've seen are basically comparable to like, I mean, I guess modern times ish.
Yeah, with like a vaguely steampunkish twist. But
Yeah, nothing we probably couldn't like just go out and buy at a fucking hardware store or something.
Yeah, the super guns just feels like a kind of like a grenade launcher.
Yeah. So like again, I'm just like I want to know exactly what is happening on the other side because apparently it's like a few hundred years or something in the future. Like do we have like just something obscene that would just rip through them, or if the demons manage to advance and they're basically just like spear hunting on a fucking hunting preserve and like chasing down wild hogs with a spear out in the middle of like the Ozarks or something.
Yeah, that is a good question. Well, that's the one thing I'm enjoying about this most recent arc is I feel like we're getting the best insight we've ever had into demons. Not like everything we want, but like we're getting a better idea. Like, you know, Lewis is like talking with Emma and it's like, ooh, you have a delicious brain. So, you know, our theorizing about the brains being important, or at least the most tasty element, you know, has come to pass to some sort of degree. And do you like Lewis's little monkey he has on his shoulder?
So yeah.
If you noticed, if you
It's adorable.
Did you notice how it was imitating him?
Yeah. Also, I this makes me feel a little bit better about Musica.
Oh, really? How so?
I mean, I guess it's a little better that under that fucking mask, she's just like a massive, like weird, pasty fleck and an eyeball.
Collection of like horrible eyeballs.
Yeah, that's a little creepier. I'll kind of accept that.
Yeah. She damn well better. I want to see that mask off, and it better not be cute. I want it to be like fucking scary eyeball things. And you enjoy the scene where like Noma and Noose eats Noma.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck.
Well,
Urge to just eat anything that dies around them.
Well, we saw with the fair ones that they're cannibals and they'll eat like dead ones. So my guess is that like even the smart ones haven't quite evolved past that instinct.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that's one thing I'm kind of enjoying, like seeing that we're like getting some more defined rules for their biology. That like versus like, you know, oh, here's a dog one, here's a giraffe one, you know, and all this other crap that we saw in previous chapters.
Yeah, we're at least we're getting that, but just holy fucking shit.
What?
I just in general, just like holy fucking shit. I just want to see how far this fucking massacre goes.
So it feels like, well, in the most recent thing, they were like implying that Lord Bayon possibly killed some kids. I don't think he did. I think he just like walked away from them. But like we're seeing, it feels like we're the table's being set for like the tide to turn, and we're gonna like see some U-19 kids get slaughtered.
Actual weapons or training are just fucked.
Wait, what did you say?
We're just, I mean, everybody who's not actually trained or anything is probably massacred, and maybe some of the kids that are supposed to be important. But I still like 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. In like 4 for the demons here.
Wait, what are you saying about the demons?
I said that the kids have killed like 2 out of like 5 demons. This is not going well for the demons here.
No, it's not. No, it's not. The kids are uniformly kicking their ass. Although it was implied like 1 week or 2 last week that like, you know, now shit's gonna start to go bad because Noma is like, now that he's like abreast of the situation, he's gonna like start fucking shit up, and he's like throwing spears at kids and whatnot. But I mean, you're right. Uniformly, the demons are having their asses handed to them.
Yeah, let's be clear here. You're big fucking bad who's so excited about facing off against your heroes is excited about facing off against a fucking 14-year-old. Just let that. I mean, just in the best of worlds, okay? Just imagine like a I don't know. I guess the equivalent would be like, imagine like a hardened SEAL team member being like, yeah, that's right. This is going to be a good fight against your average eighth grader. Maybe this eighth grader knows how to hunt. Maybe they're but your average eighth grader that just managed to like get away from the reform school they were being at.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not a good comparison, guys. This does not sell me on you being scary. Like, has it just been so long before they've like let anyone mature to adulthood that they've forgotten that we might actually be scary or something?
Apparently, they've just been too cocky of eating children that they forgot what happens if you leave that thing in the oven for 15 plus years.
I just want to see like what happens when they run into somebody who's like 28 years old. Like, I guess actually like that schmuck who lives alone in the bunker, but I guess he's too terrified to do anything. Even though he has...
Well, he's like, being built up
weird...
for, like, a big Rambo moment. There's definitely going to be, like, eventual, like, everyone's back is to the wall, and then here comes Ray and Rufio.
Oh my god, I'm going to look forward to that. Like, I don't even like him all that much, but I'm just going to look forward to be like, I'm 28 years old, you can't fucking do shit. Like, and everyone's like, what the fuck? I didn't know they got this big! Holy balls! It's like twice the size of the other ones. Like, imagine all you're used to is eating veal, and that's all you've ever been exposed to and all you've ever been marketed, and all of a sudden a full-grown cow just comes, like, busting.
Busting in, just tearing shit up.
Yeah, let's make it a bull, like a full-blown, like, longhorn bull. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's a pretty apt comparison. All right, so did you enjoy the most recent one where the two little kids... Well, not much happened. It was basically just them in the woods, like, trying to figure out the situation, trying to do, like, sub-Death Note-y analysis and trying to... We got a little backstory of, like, the guy who supposedly, like, oh, I get wounded in my spare time and, no, we gotta go suicide charge Lord Bayon. But I guess you're not very intimidated about Lord Bayon any more than you are of anyone else.
Not really. Again, it's kind of intimidating because they're fucking 14 years old. But overall, I feel like the horror around the fucking demons has just been roundly debunked. I'm not afraid of them anymore.
You're not intimidated.
No, not really. It's like watching a college student punch punch the shit out of somebody who's like 13 years old. And just like run around with his arms in the air. It's like, yeah, I did it. I fucking did it.
Or
like,
that.
I mean, if you're like 12 years old, yeah, that's fucking terrifying. But everybody else is looking at you like, wow, you're just a dick. Somebody's gonna kick you in the nuts at some point. We just have to wait for the right person to do it.
And I guess we'll have to wait and see if it's either Rufio or Emma gets to do the nut punching.
Yeah.
So if you had to give a rating for these past 4 chapters plus the new one, what would you give it?
I'm going to give a 9 for sheer entertainment value.
So you are entertained even if the demons are being demystified.
Yeah, no. This is not scary anymore. This is not suspenseful. I'm just like, oh yeah, I wonder who they're going to shoot in the face next.
As the demons get demystified. Well,
yep.
Here's a question, though. Which one do you think would be the most emotional gut punch if, like, one of the U-19 kids got killed? Asian scarf girl, little girl with, like, the shit in her hair?
I don't know. None of them are really developed enough that I feel any major attachments, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So... I don't know. I guess I would be sad if the girl with the buttons all over her dies. That she's kind of adorable.
Yeah, she feels like the most signature one so far.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe they'll develop them afterwards. Right now, they're just too interesting. There's just too much demon murder going.
Well, hopefully someday we'll get Goro back in here, and then we'll, get a 3-person panel to discuss the progress of Progress Neverland. But that's our opinions on Chapter 81, plus Zavel's opinions on the past few chapters. It was great to drag you in here. Stick around. We also will be doing a quick One Piece one, and the series finale of the Gotham Endurance Challenge.
Oh, Lord. That's not even on this channel. It's on your other channel.
Yeah, that's true, but, I get crossover occasionally. All right, so thank you, and remember, lobsters and tannas, but don't you grab it. Do you like clothes but hate shopping? Then T-Blocks is the subscription service for you. But I know what you're thinking. But Lobster, how is that any different than Loot Crate or the other subscription services? Well, T-Blocks sends you t-shirts, which is clothing, which is actually useful, unlike the useless swag junk that Loot Crate keeps peddling on gullible schmucks. And this isn't just knockoff brand crap. T-Blocks hooks you up with licensed shirts for all the stuff you love, because you need clothes. How else are you going to keep your puny human man flesh protected from the elements? T-shirts are useful for any occasion. Wear them, give them to friends, give them to enemies, knit them together, make a quilt. T-shirts are life. And you know the best part? It'll only cost you $6.99. That's right, you can get 12 shirts sent to you for once a month for only $6.99. And you know what? If ultra cheap licensed goods are too basic for you, then there's also the Community T-Block set, which features original designs from the best up-and-coming artists, so you can keep that hipster street cred. But I'm here to save you even more money! Use the code LOBSTERTBX at checkout, and you'll save 10% on any order. Be a t-shirt wearing god amongst mortals. Use the power of the most expensive seafood to get you the cheapest t-shirts now!
Lobsters made of light.